Having our weekly chat with Luther College football coach Joe Troche. Two more games left on the season, and both in Legacy Field at Carlson Stadium, starting this Saturday against Lyon College. And Joe, last week you went down to Co, and Co is a team that's playing darn good football, and they went out and proved that last Saturday. What were the takeaways from your perspective?
Yeah, no, they're playing really good football right now. They're pretty loaded. Coming off a bye week, you could tell. I mean, they were fresh and hungry, and they kept their ones until the very end. They're playing for getting in the playoffs, right? Everything they do, they got to boost their resume. So I get it, but that team is really talented, and it was impressive to see just from start to finish how those guys compete, how they execute. And that's the beauty of our league is we don't have to look outside of our league to determine, where we're at nationally or what the standard is. I mean, we have two teams right now in Co and Warburg that, can compete with anybody in the country. And then we play Dubuque next week, who has the talent to compete with anyone in the country.
And this week was originally scheduled to be a bye week, but with the schedule changes that were forced with the cancellation of a school earlier this year, you end up playing Lyon College out of Arkansas. How did this matchup come to be, and when did you finally seal the deal to get this game?
Yeah, when Presentation College closed, we just started to look at our options and connect with some folks looking for some like-minded institutions. Had a good talk with Coach Douglas over at Lyon, and man, he's been coaching a long time. Sharp dude, gave me some good tips. I really enjoyed connecting with him. I look forward to connecting with him in person, and pretty cool to follow their journey and see how they're traveling all over the country. And their guys are they've won 4 games. Their guys seem really tight. They're playing well together, and so I'm just excited for this challenge for our guys.
And looking at yourselves, looking at this team with where you're at with 2 weeks left to go, how much growth and in what areas have you made that growth through the first 8 games, obviously independent of the results?
Yeah. In terms of special teams, we've got a freshman kicker who keeps stepping up each week and showing that he can do anything that we ask of him. We have a punter that has stepped up, quarterback stepping down, and has made some incredible plays that really should have ended up as safeties. I mean, he's jumping up, making one-handed catches. And so he's gotten some opportunities to step up. He's responded really well. Offensively, we're starting a freshman quarterback, and it's tough to play as a freshman in college as you're transitioning from high school to college. And Grady, I think, has responded really well. He's spending more time with our coaches. The guys are really responding to him, and just the energy at practice has been great. And then defensively, we got about 15 freshmen, sophomores out there rolling around, and I love how they're fighting. I love how they're executing. Against Co, we'd get a stop for no gain or 1 yard, and then give up a big, 5-7 yard play. So we got to a lot of third and shorts, and we couldn't get consecutive, stops. We did get 2 stops on 4th down, which was great. But if you watch the game, I mean, we only had 6 explosive plays, but we gave up too many 5- and 7-yard plays. And some of that is just a developmental piece, right? You got a 5th-year senior going head-to-head with an 18-year-old. And, man, I'm just proud of those guys, how they continue each week to battle and stick their nose in there and never give up and never come up with excuses. So to see the growth from that group has been awesome.
And you bring up the point, and I know you guys aren't looking for the excuse, but with the number of first-year players you have out there, just describe the physical and perhaps even the mental difference between an 18-year-old first-year college player and a 22, 23-year-old 4th or 5th-year college player.
Yeah, it's significantly different, but I think for me, what I really focus on is, I think of some of our guys where they were game 1 and where they're at now. And it's a totally different conversation. We call, we're expecting a run, we sell out, and we put our DBs in a situation where they have no help and a guy gets beat deep. And so we grab like, hey, let's talk about it. And guys are like, what, coach, I could have played that better. And in my mind, it's like, hey, dude, we kind of sold you out. Like, I thought you played it pretty darn good. So our guys, what I love is how they're communicating with each other. The amount of talking that we're getting on the sideline is really critical. And there's some quality conversations where our guys are coaching each other up, and that's got to carry into practice more. But the growth has been incredible. I know, we're not seeing the wins, but we got to win in all three phases, right? And right now we're not playing really well in all three phases, but I'm hopeful we can piece it together this weekend.
And is that something that kind of tops the list of what you want to see in these final two games of the year starting on Saturday, what you just mentioned?
Yeah, just consistency, right? When our offense is rolling, the defense isn't complimenting. When our defense is rolling, our offense isn't complimenting. Our special teams are being pretty consistent, even with all the injuries and changes. I just want to see a consistent execution from all three of us, right? We're not saying we're going to score every drive, but getting a couple first downs, right? Moving the ball so that, we're playing field position, right? And so that we've got to get stops faster on defense so that we get our offense a shorter field. If we're playing well on defense, it's not just getting off the field. The next step is getting off the field and giving our offense really good field position, because when our offense has short fields, they do a great job. I think we're leading the league right now in scoring in the red zone. So we got to get them in there.
And we mentioned, we talked a little bit about Lyon College earlier on, but specifically this Lyon team, looking at them on tape, what impresses you the most about them?
Yeah, I mean, they got talent. They keep things simple, let their guys play. Their players run fast, and they look confident, right? If you watch every game, whether they're in it or not, and these guys battle. I see a little bit of us in them. They do play the three high safety defense and a little more, I would say, spread and open on offense. So I think it'll be a good matchup for the both of us. I think, defensively, we're probably both more prepared because, what we've seen. So I'm excited for that.
All right, Coach, hopefully positive steps can be taken forward once again this Saturday. Keep your guys healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks, Darren. Look forward to seeing you.
Joe Troche, head coach of the Luther College Norse, Luther and Lyon, 1:00 Saturday afternoon at Legacy Field in Carlson Stadium.